Today, the angels bring a message to illuminate a bond so deep that, even in silence, resonates in your heart. They want to reveal the mysteries of this powerful connection you share with someone special. You may even feel a certain sadness as you realize that, despite the strong feeling, something prevents the union of you two. But know that this invisible barrier has a reason to exist, and that is the truth that the angels will help you unravel today. Since the moment you crossed paths, this person felt an almost magnetic attraction to you, as if a greater force were pulling your paths together. With every gaze, every gesture, an invisible connection was forming, something that went far beyond words or logical explanations. And the angels were there, witnessing the depth of this encounter, watching how this bond took shape and grew. But despite all the intensity, there is an energy that separates you two, a barrier that neither you nor this person can fully understand. It's as if something invisible is preventing this connection from flowing freely, holding you on opposite sides of an impossible-to-cross river. The pain of this distance does not go unnoticed by the angels, and they want you to understand that this barrier has a greater purpose, something that may not be clear now, but will be revealed in time. They show that this person, just like you, feels the connection intensely. In silence, they hold on to this feeling, and even as they try to move on with their life, something always brings them back to the thought of the two of you together. There is a search within them, a deep desire to understand what is happening, but the answers do not come easily. It's as if a fog of uncertainty hovers over their mind, preventing them from clearly seeing what they really feel and what this connection means. This person feels an inexplicable connection, but also a fear of fully surrendering. The angels see that there is a dormant fear in their heart, a fear of opening up and letting you see all that they are, with all their vulnerabilities. They feel deep down that if they allow this feeling to flourish, there will be no turning back. And this idea of vulnerability is what scares them, making them retreat, even though their heart wants to move forward. The angels say that this barrier is actually a kind of protection, something that prevents you from getting hurt while an internal healing process takes place. Each of you is going through a path of learning, of self-discovery, where you need to confront your own fears and shadows. Only when both of you are ready, this barrier will be dissolved, allowing love to flow in a complete and truthful way. They ask you to have patience and to trust the process. Each step, each small evolution that you experience is part of the divine plan. While you wonder why this person cannot break through this barrier, the angels are by your side, strengthening your faith and love. They know that in the end, this path will be worth it and will bring a profound transformation to your lives. This is the first revelation that the angels have brought to you today, and there is much more to be said. Prepare your heart for a journey of self-discovery, where each word will resonate with truths that your spirit already knows, but that your mind may still doubt. The angels continue to whisper truths that, little by little, unveil the purpose of this invisible barrier. They ask you to see beyond appearances, beyond what the eyes perceive, because this person carries within them a mystery, a story that directly influences the way they see and live love. Perhaps to the outside world, they may seem just like an ordinary person, but the angels know that their heart carries a depth that few know. They feel an inexplicable attraction towards you, but it's not a simple attraction. It's something that seems to tug at their soul, that makes them think of you even when they try to ignore these feelings. They wonder why you hold so much power over them, how someone who suddenly appeared in their life can occupy so much space in their thoughts, in their dreams, and even in their quietest moments. They try to find explanations, but nothing seems satisfactory, because it's not a common connection. It's something that defies logic, that breaks the boundaries of reason. In every gaze you exchanged, even in the briefest and seemingly casual encounters, this person felt something that unsettled them. And it's exactly this feeling that makes them hesitate. The truth is, even without fully understanding, they know that if they allow this connection to deepen, nothing will be the same. They know that by opening the doors of their heart to you, they will have to confront their own insecurities, the wounds of the past, and the fears they have avoided facing until now. This invisible barrier that they feel is not a coincidence. According to the angels, it is there as a form of mutual protection. This barrier allows them to mature and learn fundamental lessons, each in their own time. True love is not just about being together, but about being ready to surrender completely, authentically, and without masks. And for this to happen, both need to go through a process of transformation, where fears are overcome and wounds are healed. The message from the angels is clear. The present time is a moment of preparation. This person, although hesitant and maintaining this distance, is on a journey of healing. There are emotional barriers they need to break, old beliefs and patterns that make them retreat whenever they feel love blooming. This inexplicable connection they feel for you is bringing up questions they have never faced before, and that, at the same time that it scares them, also fascinates them. The angels are by their side, whispering words of courage, trying to show that loving and being loved is one of the most magnificent and transformative experiences a soul can live. They know that they need time, that they need to feel safe to open their hearts. But they also assure that behind every silence, every distancing, there is a pure and genuine feeling pulsating in their heart. At times, this person finds themselves lost in thoughts about you, reminiscing about moments, gestures, and looks. There is a deep desire to break this barrier, to experience everything that this feeling brings, but also an intense fear of the changes this could cause. They are afraid of getting lost in this love, of giving up the control they believe they have over their own life. It is as if this feeling is an unstoppable force, which they fear, but at the same time, cannot resist. The angels show that this person has tried several times to move away from you, convincing themselves that it would be best to move on, forget this connection. But with each attempt, something pulled them back, a feeling that seems stronger than their conscious will. They wonder what makes you so special, what makes them feel so vulnerable and exposed. And in this search for answers, the angels reveal that they are slowly approaching the truth. The truth is that you share a deep spiritual connection, a bond that transcends lifetimes and past experiences. The barrier that keeps you apart, according to the angels, is a kind of test, a challenge for each of you to face your own fears and limitations. Only when you are ready to live this love to its fullest, this barrier will dissolve, and then you can experience a union that few are privileged to live. As this person goes through their journey of self-discovery, you are also being called to look within yourself. The angels ask you to use this time to strengthen your own light, to find peace within your heart, regardless of what happens. They remind you that true love is not a prison but a liberation. Loving someone deeply also means allowing that person the time and space to find themselves, to prepare to live something great and transformative. The barrier that separates you now is, in fact, an opportunity for growth. It is a chance for both of you to prepare for a union where there is no doubt, where there is no fear, only the certainty that both are ready to live this love fully. The angels ask you for patience, faith, and courage. They are working for this person to overcome their internal barriers and for you, in turn, to keep evolving, strengthening, and becoming even more capable of loving unconditionally. This is the essence of true love, a feeling that does not rush, that does not impose conditions, but that waits, that trusts the process and the wisdom of time. Angels are by their side, holding their hand and reminding that every step of this journey, however challenging it may seem, is part of a greater plan, a plan that aims at their happiness and the fulfillment of the love they so deserve. Get ready, for what is to come will be grandiose. This person, just like you, is in a process of transformation, and the love you share is a flame that cannot be extinguished, even with the distance. This love is a gift, a divine call to something greater, something that will bring light and healing to both. Trust and know that the angels are orchestrating every detail so that, when the time comes, this barrier will dissolve and you can live everything you have always dreamed of. While this invisible barrier seems to separate you, the angels reveal that, in truth, this is a phase of silent construction, a time in which each of you is being shaped for the true encounter. Often, the barriers we perceive as obstacles are, in fact, instruments of preparation, and that is exactly what is happening. The angels are by your side, whispering lessons to the heart, bringing wisdom and strengthening the connection that transcends the visible. This person, who often tries to hide what they feel, holds a restless heart. No matter how much they try to resist, their spirit feels that this connection is special, unlike anything they have ever experienced. There is a moment, a space between her silence and her thoughts, where everything she represses comes to the surface. And in those moments, she allows herself to feel, even secretly, the depth of this love that beats for you. The angels reveal that this feeling, so hidden, is still one of the most sincere and genuine parts of what this person carries in their soul. They find themselves often lost in a mix of doubt and hope, like someone who, even without knowing what lies ahead, feels the need to keep going, not to give up. There is something in them, a light that illuminates their own fears, and that, even without realizing it, attracts them. Every day, they are called to confront this invisible barrier that, in reality, is deeply rooted in their insecurities and old wounds that still remain alive. The angels show that this person carries a past marked by pain, disappointments, and disillusionments. It is these memories that make them hesitate, that make them step back whenever they feel they could embrace something new. They carry an invisible armor, a protective barrier that, while keeping them safe, also prevents them from experiencing love in its purest form. They fear that by allowing themselves to be vulnerable, they may relive those past wounds. This fear manifests itself in small gestures, in subtle retreats, in silent excuses that, deep down, are attempts to protect their own heart. However, what they may not have yet realized is that this connection with you did not come to repeat old stories, but to heal them. The presence of angels is strong, and they are working for this person to find courage, to understand that love does not need to be a threat, but a chance for transformation. They whisper in their ears that this love is safe, that it is a space where they can heal, where they can free themselves from the weight of past memories. And you, in turn, are also being called to observe their own barriers, their own fears and doubts. The angels show that true love is not a demand, but an invitation. They ask that you offer this love gently, not imposing conditions, but rather space and understanding. This invisible barrier that exists between you two will be undone with time, but patience and trust in the process will be necessary. Love does not hurry, it knows the exact moment to flourish, and the angels assure that this moment is being carefully prepared. Each passing day, this person feels the barrier between you as an invisible tension, a kind of attraction that pulls them and, at the same time, scares them. Silently, they question why they can't walk away, why they always remember you, even when trying to move on. And the angels reveal that while they try to ignore or suppress this feeling, it grows within them, like a flame that, the more it is stifled, the more intensely it burns. The angels also ask that you understand that the transformation this person is going through is something profound, something that requires time. The wounds they carry are real, and they have rooted in their soul, in their beliefs, making it hard to see themselves as deserving of true and full love. But they assure that every gesture of patience, every word of support, and every act of understanding from you is a powerful aid in their healing process. It's as if you are a bridge between their past, full of pains, and a future where true love can blossom. They show that this person, gradually, is starting to open their eyes to new possibilities. The angels guide them through reflections, insights that make them question their old beliefs and see that maybe, this time, love can be safe, can be a place of comfort. This change is slow, and requires them to confront their own fears, but the angels encourage them to take these steps, a little more each day, towards you and the love you represent. The angels whisper that, as this person faces their barriers, you are also going through a learning process. You are learning to trust love in a deeper way, to develop patience and to understand that, often, true love requires sacrifice and surrender. They show that along this path, you are becoming someone even stronger, someone with an immense capacity to love and to offer the other a space of healing and comfort. The barrier that separates you today is actually a temporary phase. The angels assure that, when the right time comes, everything will align naturally and harmoniously. They ask you to trust this process, not to be discouraged by difficulties, because what is being built now is much greater than you imagine. Every positive thought you send, every prayer you make for this person, is like a light that illuminates the path, slowly dissolving the shadows of fear and insecurity. The message from the angels is clear: the love you feel for this person is not in vain. It has a sacred purpose, a divine reason that will be revealed in time. And until that revelation arrives, they ask you to continue being a source of light, to keep your heart open and receptive, because when this person is finally ready to cross the barrier, they will find in you a safe harbor. This is the journey of both of you, a journey being guided by the divine and protected by the angels. They ensure that, even on the quietest nights, in the doubts that sometimes flood the heart, everything is unfolding as planned. And this plan is for the good of both, so that in the end, they can live a true love, without barriers, without fears, only with the certainty that everything was worth it. As the days go by, this person starts to feel, in an increasingly intense way, the strength of this connection that keeps them linked to you, even in silence. They try to rationalize, try to explain to themselves why they can't completely stay away, why their heart races every time they think of you. However, as much as they search for answers, they can't find a logical explanation. It's as if there is something greater, an invisible energy that unites them, something that transcends common understanding. And the angels are by their side, helping them understand that this connection is sacred, a connection that carries a deep spiritual purpose. This barrier that separates them, according to the angels, is not a punishment or a senseless obstacle. It is actually a stage of emotional and spiritual maturity. This person is being led to confront their own shadows, their own insecurities. The angels show that there are parts of them that have not yet been healed, old wounds that prevent them from fully trusting, from surrendering unreservedly. And this barrier is a reflection of those wounds, an unconscious form of protection they created to avoid reliving the pain. Many times, in their moments of introspection, they find themselves questioning whether to give up on all these feelings, whether to try to forget and move on. But no matter how hard they try, there is always something that pulls them back, that makes them think of you, even when everything seems to suggest that the easiest thing would be to give up. The angels reveal that deep down, they feel that giving up is not an option, that the love they feel is true and deserves to be lived. However, for that, they need to overcome the internal barriers they have built over the years. The angels show that they are going through a deep healing process, a process that requires immense courage from them. Every painful memory that surfaces, every fear they face, is a step towards full love. The angels are by their side, encouraging them to open their hearts, to let love in, but without rushing, as they know that the right time is essential for this transformation to occur in a solid and lasting way. You, on the other hand, are being invited to be a source of peace and security. The angels ask you not to try to speed up the process, not to demand immediate answers, but to trust the love you feel. They show that by acting with understanding and patience, you become a beacon for that person, someone they can trust and open up to when they are ready. This barrier that separates you today, although painful, is allowing both of you to mature, to prepare yourselves to live a real and transformative love. The angels also reveal that this person, even without realizing it, is getting closer to breaking this barrier. In their heart, something is changing, a perception is forming, like a flame that begins to illuminate the path. They are realizing little by little that fear does not need to dictate their choices, that love can be a source of healing, not of pain. The angels guide them in this awakening, helping them see that they are someone who deserves to be loved, who did not come to hurt them, but to be a support, a journey companion. It's a delicate process, and the angels ask you to trust them, to trust in divine timing. This invisible barrier, which today seems like an insurmountable wall, is actually weakening every day, like a veil that slowly dissipates. This person is starting to see the truth about what they feel, and that truth is that their love for you is real, that the connection you share is special and deserves to be fully experienced. They ask you to keep the faith and an open heart, because true love always finds a way to manifest, even when it seems impossible. This person, guided by the angels, is preparing to take a step towards you, to open their heart and let this love flourish. And when the time comes, you will realize that all the waiting time, all the doubts and fears, were necessary to strengthen your bond. Every day, you are being called to develop your own inner strength. The angels show that this process is not just about waiting for this person, but about growing, about finding your own light. They want you to know that, regardless of the final outcome, you are evolving, becoming someone more complete, someone who, by loving with patience and compassion, is also healing. This love, above all, is a gift to your own soul, a gift that helps you discover your own worth and recognize the beauty of loving unconditionally. This person, little by little, is beginning to feel that they can trust you, that they can let their guard down and allow love to flow. The angels are by their side, inspiring them to let go of fear and let their heart open. And they ask that you be ready, as the moment of this reunion, of this true union, is getting closer and closer. They assure that, when this moment arrives, it will be as if all the pieces fit together, as if all the questions finally find answers. Trust in this process. Trust in the love you feel, as it is a bridge between you, a bridge that overcomes any barrier, any distance. The angels are preparing the way, orchestrating every detail so that, when this person is ready, you can live a love that will be stronger and truer than any they have ever known. Now, in the final part of this revealing message, the angels shed light on a deeper understanding of the journey that you and this special person are on. From the beginning, this inexplicable connection seemed challenging and at the same time compelling. Every encounter, every gaze, and even the silence between you brought a hidden meaning, a feeling that was impossible to ignore. The angels want you to know that none of this was in vain and that even this invisible barrier that separates you had its purpose. This person, who tries with all their might to fight against what they feel, finally begins to realize that it is not possible to resist what the heart desires. The angels show that they are approaching a crucial moment in their life, a moment of decision, where they will need to choose between fear and love, between keeping up the barriers or surrendering completely and truly. This choice is theirs, and the angels are by their side, guiding them to see that love can indeed be a safe place, a refuge. The angels reveal that throughout this process, they also underwent a great transformation. Each day of waiting, each prayer they made for that person to be touched by the light, strengthened their spirit and showed them the strength that exists within their own heart. They want them to understand that this waiting time was not just about the other person, but about their own growth. Today they are someone who knows patience, who has learned to trust divine timing, and who is ready for a true and deep love. This barrier, which often seemed like an insurmountable wall, is finally weakening. The angels show that this person is beginning to feel a new courage, a strength that was previously hidden within them. They are realizing that love is not a battlefield, but rather a place of healing, a space where they can be who they truly are, without fear, without masks. They are understanding that they are someone who offers this security, this embrace, and that makes them feel more willing to cross this barrier, to leave the past behind, and open their heart to the new. The angels say that this transformation is delicate and ask them to continue to be patient. They remind them that true love requires time to blossom, and that each stage of this process has been carefully planned so that both would be ready for this union. Deep down, they remind them that love is a force that transcends human limitations, and that when they are finally ready, nothing can stop them from fully living this connection. When they finally allow themselves to break that barrier, it will be like a new beginning for both of them. The angels show a vision of the two of you together, in a moment of deep connection, where all doubts and fears have disappeared, and only love remains, pure and unconditional. They say it will be as if everything you have experienced so far, every challenge, every weight, has been a path to this moment of unity. It will be an experience of total surrender, where you can both be completely authentic, without hiding who you are. They want you to know that, from this moment on, your journey will be one of shared learning. You will be ready to face the world side by side, knowing that the love that unites you is true and deep. There will be no more room for doubts, as what you have lived until now will have shown that this love is solid, that it is a blessing that few have the privilege to experience. And the angels who have guided you this far will continue to accompany you, protecting this union and helping to strengthen the bond that connects you more and more each day. The final message from the angels is clear. Keep their heart open and their faith unshakable, for true love is patient, it is strong, and it triumphs over all adversities. Trust that, at the right moment, that person will cross the barrier, and their love will be a source of light and inspiration, not only for both of them, but for everyone around them. They will be an example that true love can overcome any challenge, that it heals, strengthens, and uplifts. Now the angels ask that they conclude this journey with gratitude, that they give thanks for everything they have lived and for everything that is yet to come. They remind you that by trusting in love, they have opened doors to a life of fulfillment, achievement, and peace. When that person is finally ready to surrender, the two of them will live something that transcends the ordinary, something that was carefully planned by the universe and guided by divine hands. Finally, the angels invite them to write in the comments, as a powerful affirmation, "I receive the true love that the universe has prepared for me." They want this phrase to resonate in their heart, as a seal of everything that has been revealed today. And thus, with this declaration, they will not only be affirming what they desire, but also creating space for love to manifest fully in their life. And remember, every step, every weight, every challenge was a preparation for the moment of union. Their love is not just a feeling, but a mission, a divine journey that the angels will continue to protect and bless. May the love they feel be their strength, their light, and their inspiration, for they are exactly where they should be, in patient and wise anticipation of a love that is already theirs by divine right. As they reach the end of this revelation, the angels want them to feel the strength of each word that has been shared. Everything that has been brought to light up to this point was to prepare them, to strengthen them, and to connect them with the profound truth about this journey. Love, that powerful and genuine love, is the destination that awaits them. The angels are ready to continue guiding them, but now it's their turn to take a decisive step. Imagine for a moment that they are one step away from forever changing their view on love, on faith, and on the path they are walking. This transformation is within their reach, but for that, a commitment is necessary, a sign that they are ready to embrace what is to come. This journey is only the beginning, and each message the angels bring is a key, a vital piece to complete the puzzle that connects them to their loving destiny. Now the angels whisper to their heart that this is the time to act, to keep that connection vibrating in their life. To move forward, to be even closer to the wisdom and revelations that the universe is sending, they need to take this final step. Sign up to continue receiving everything that is destined to transform their journey. Imagine receiving each message exclusively, each new revelation directly into their hands, a constant guide that strengthens their soul and illuminates their path. Do not let this opportunity dissipate into thin air. By signing up, they are actually declaring to the universe that they are ready for everything it has in store for them, that they accept every word from the angels as a sacred gift for their life. It is a commitment to their own happiness, to the spiritual journey that is just beginning. Do this now. Click to subscribe and see how the magic begins to work. This is their moment. This is the sign they have been waiting for. The wisdom of the angels is here, within their reach. Every step, every message, every guidance will be like a beam of light guiding their next steps. Don't let this energy dissipate. Sign up now and allow the angels to continue guiding them on this path of love, light, and profound transformation. This is their choice. There is nothing more important at this moment. Trust, click, and let their love story begin to be written by the strength of the angels. Because they deserve to experience all this. Stay connected to this divine source, now and always.